Hello, everyone, and welcome to my review of one of the most anticipated films of the new year. Maybe the first film to really get excited about in 2017. This is my review of Logan. Thankfully, not presented in 3D like the previous X-Men movies. And it's R-rated, so we don't have to wait till the Blu-ray comes out in a few months. I saw it tonight in IMAX. I saw it with some friends, and I got this really cool ticket. I want to showcase that for you really quick. This is like the first screening for the general public, even though critics have seen it and some of my friends have seen it already. But this is the first time I'm seeing it, and I think the general public is seeing it. And yes, it is R-rated. I think this is the first for the X-Men series, if you don't include Deadpool that came out last year. Now, I'm a big fan of this franchise. I loved most of the movies. You know, there's some that are okay, but most of them are just really great action movies. Some great character development, especially when it comes to Hugh Jackman and the Wolverine. But I believe this is the 9th or 10th time he has played this character. I think if you want to include Deadpool, where Ryan Reynolds put the mask on his face and there was Hugh Jackman, if you want to include that, then this is the 10th time. But maybe it's probably the 9th time he's officially played Wolverine in a movie, and it also is the final time. Now, for me, Wolverine was a character I didn't know from the comics and from the cartoons, but I never really read the comics. I never watched the cartoons. I only saw the movies. So in 2000, not only were we introduced to the Wolverine on the live action stage, we also, whatever that means, Chad, we also got to meet Hugh Jackman for the first time. And he's been around for 17 years, and of course he's played multiple roles in many great films. He's been nominated for an Oscar. And should he be nominated for this film? Let's find out. Now, with this brand new movie, as I said before, it's R-rated. Hugh Jackman, I believe, is working with director James Mangold for the third time. He worked on, of course, The Wolverine in 2013, and I think in the early 2000s or late 90s, I can't really remember, they worked on a film, I believe, called Kate and Leopold, a really nice romantic comedy. So they've worked together before. They know each other. They produced some really great content together. And again, very excited to see this film. Don't really want to give away too much because I didn't really watch anything other than the teaser trailer with that Johnny Cash version of Hurt. That's all I watched before watching this movie. I was already excited to film. I knew this was the final time that we get to see Hugh Jackman in this iconic role. But I was surprised to find out just a few weeks ago that we also, of course, I knew that Charles Xavier was going to be in the movie, but Patrick, oh my gosh, I just had a brain fart. Patrick Stewart, sorry, I was almost going to call him something else. Patrick Stewart was playing Charles Xavier for the final time as well. Now, so the story revolves around them. It's the future. There's this little girl that might have special powers. There's this evil force that's going after them, that's trying to hunt them down. So there's lots of stuff going on. A very array of colorful characters, and some few surprises here and there, maybe some Easter eggs, maybe a cameo, who really knows. But clearly there is a great cast, and I think they should be mentioned. So not only do we have Hugh Jackman in the movie, of course we have Patrick Stewart, this really young actress named Daphne Keane is in the film. Boyd Holbrook plays one of the bad guys. Stephen Merchant, I didn't know Stephen Merchant was going to be in the movie, a really great comedic actor. And Richard E. Grant, known for mainly the theater, but has played some really great character roles as well. And there's also a lot of other surprises in the film as well. So, get that out of the way. Let's talk about how I felt about this movie. This is one of the most uniquely dramatic action films I've ever seen, especially coming from the comic book world. But I wouldn't call this a comic book movie. It's much smarter than that. It's much more compelling than that. Yes, its roots are in the comic books, and it's in this universe. Even though we're far in the future, there is references to other things. I don't want to give anything away, but it is in the same universe of what has happened in the past, the movies that we've seen in the past with X-Men. But it's just so much more. Yes, it has some really great action. It's extremely violent, lots of language, I think Hugh Jackman really gets to be Wolverine this time and drop the F-bomb many times in the movie, and so you can look forward to that, and it's really rewarding to when he gets mad, because he's a character that's battling so much. Not only is he battling himself, he's battling what's going on. He's trying to protect at the same time. He's almost doesn't want to be in this situation. He wants to try to get out of this situation. He's such an interesting, complex character, and he's Wolverine is a person that can heal. He maybe the possibility of maybe it ending his life is there, but not really, because he is someone who he can be hurt, he can feel pain, but he can restore. But it's still compelling because he can feel that pain. Superman, he gets, kryptonite, of course, hurts him, but for the most part, he can do anything he wants, and he feels really no pain. But Wolverine, I think, is more complex, and Hugh Jackman, of course, has perfected this role over the years. And this is just a near-perfect send-off to his amazing performance, a performance that I feel deserves award consideration. You forget that it's Hugh Jackman, an actor that we've seen for 17 years, and he's played this character at least 9 times. We've seen that. But the emotion that he shows in this movie is just damn incredible. And that's not to say that he's the only great performance in the entire film. Patrick Stewart is great in the movie, of course, and it's really unique. And he gives a different perspective on this that I've never really questioned before. Is like getting old. Maybe it's not so fun to have these superpowers. Maybe it's not fun to get old, even if you have superpowers. And there's all these different interesting ideas that are exposed in this movie that I really appreciated, and it made it more of a human experience, and it didn't honestly feel like a superhero movie. Yeah, there's superpowers. There's this mysterious going on with this little girl who's fantastic in the movie as well, and there's some also great supporting cast, and the villains are good enough. I don't think the villains are great in this movie. It's one of the little things that I might have some issues with. But overall, they're fine enough to get you to care about give enough motivation for what's happening in this movie. And there's some interesting ideas that involve a lot of children and superpowers, and I think there's just more ideas explored in this film that has never really been explored in any of the other X-Men movies. Maybe not in other comic book movies or graphic novel films or superhero movies, but it's done in such a way that it feels real. It feels very authentic. It doesn't feel phony. I felt like I was watching a drama more than anything else. And yes, there is action and there is violence and lots of people die. And it's awesome to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine go through all these stunts and these action sequences. And there's some other stuff that happens and of course involve Charles Xavier. But to me, I actually liked the more quieter moments of the movie that were a little slow at times, but I enjoyed the pacing of the film. We get to know these characters. We get to sympathize with them. We get to feel for them and whatever they're going through. And that's where the emotion comes in. And so you care about them once again. And I felt like watching this movie, you didn't really have to see the other X-Men movies to really appreciate. They didn't rely on giving you all these other movies and saying, okay, you already like these characters, so we're just going to do whatever we want. No, they go, you love these characters, but we want you to love them even more and care about them even more. So when we put them through a lot of crap in this movie, you're compelled, you're invested. It's a great-looking film, some great music. You believe in the dialogue. You care about the chemistry between the characters. You feel sympathy with some of the bystanders that get involved in this movie. I felt really bad to some of the people, some of the side characters in this film. I'm probably more sad about what happened to them than anybody else. But overall, this is a near-perfect film in every way. Not only is, I think I don't even call it a comic book movie. You can call it a superhero movie, or at least a movie that has superpowers in it. But this is, to me, more of a character-driven drama than anything else, with some impressive action that is just awesome to see. It felt real and dirty and gritty and dark. At the same time, there is some humor wrapped around. Thanks to the human element of the movie, there's some humor, some levity that's wrapped around all the chaos and stuff that's going on. So, a near perfect send off to one of the greatest characters on screen. I have no idea who could replace Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but he's done such a great job. And I would love, again, to see Hugh Jackman at least get nominated. I think it deserves to get nominated. And the movie makes me want to go watch all the X-Men movies, even the bad ones, and just watch the Wolverine and Hugh Jackman and just appreciate the great talent that this actor does have. Now, there are a few surprises that I don't want to give away, but they were very exciting. That didn't include the movie. There's something that happens, I don't know, at least on my screen, there's something that happens before the movie actually starts that I did not expect. That was hilarious and gets me excited for whatever the future holds in the Marvel 20th Century Fox universe. Again, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that does not know, but of course you probably go on the internet and find out everything and get it wholly spoiled for you. And I hope I didn't spoil too much in this review. I really hope I didn't spoil anything. I tried to give an honest review at the same time, not talk about any of the surprises, but just focus on the fact that this is not just a comic book movie. It's much, much more than that. It excels to a higher level, and I really did appreciate that. Not only did it grab me emotionally, but it entertained the hell out of me. It was exciting. It was thrilling. It had a really great story. What more can I say? There's a few things that bothered me, but in the end, I've forgotten them because it just doesn't really matter, because I think the cast and crew came together, they understood the material, they appreciated the fan base, and they also appreciated the character most of all, and that's why we love Wolverine, we love Hugh Jackman, and this is just a great send-off to his character, and I look forward to Wolverine as a character, and also, of course, Hugh Jackman and his amazing career. And again, I really hope he gets nominated for an Academy Award. Wouldn't that be awesome? I think so. All right, everyone, the comment box below, you've seen this film, of course, probably already before I even reviewed it. Let me know what you thought about it. Which is your favorite X-Men movie? What is your favorite superhero movie? Are you excited about the continuation of whatever's going to happen in this film, or the continuation of the X-Men universe? Or would you want to see Disney finally get a hold of X-Men? I don't know. Maybe we would never have gotten an R-rated Wolverine movie. Who knows? But I'm sure glad we did. And for that, I lost it. I think I lost it. I am going to give this film a slight 4 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.